Hi, this is Delegate Patrick Hope. Welcome you back to my second week of updates from Thomas Jefferson's Capitol in Richmond. The House spent the week continuing to get organized, seeing hundreds of new bills getting filed and introduced and assigned to committee, and new members oriented themselves to finding their ways to committee rooms, subcommittee rooms, and meetings with the hundreds of constituents and other visitors all along the way. This week started out hearing from our 73rd Governor, Ralph Northam. He used his first speech to the General Assembly to seek common ground with Republicans on workforce training, education, and economic development. But he also made a very strong push to pass a progressive agenda that includes expanding Medicaid, stricter gun regulations, and protecting abortion rights. Of these issues, Medicaid expansion appears to have the greatest chance of seeing significant progress being made during this session. And the voters are not only telling us they want to see Medicaid expansion at the ballot box. A recent poll finds that 83% of Virginians are in favor of expanding Medicaid. That includes nearly 72% of Republicans. This support also crosses regional boundaries with more than 80% support in all areas of the state. This is significant, and I just hope that all members of the legislature, Republicans and Democrats, are listening to the people who sent them here. In the meantime, I want to highlight some of the bills that I've introduced this session. One is to increase the grand larceny threshold that currently stands at just $200. If someone makes a dumb mistake and steals an item over that amount, they can be convicted as a felon and spend significant time in jail and affecting their future. Virginia has one of the lowest thresholds in the entire country, and my aim is to bring that threshold more in line with current times and stop making felons out of people for things that should be considered just petty thefts. Another set of bills that I've introduced of great importance to me has to do with gun violence and promoting gun safety. House Bill 927 would limit the size of ammunition and magazines to just 10 rounds. House Bill 928 would prohibit guns in any legislative building, the Capitol and the building of the General Assembly. And House Bill 929 would require family daycare homes to have all their guns locked and stored when kids are over. These common sense measures are just a small piece of legislation being introduced this year, like universal background checks, banning assault weapons, and reinstating the one handgun a month that will make our communities safer, and I will do everything in my power to pass them into law. There are some other bills that I've introduced that I would categorize as bills having to do with our public health. House Bill 363 would ban the medieval practice of conversion therapy to children. Conversion therapy is an effort to take you out of an attraction to the same sex or try to convert you to be attracted to the opposite sex. This practice is nothing more than voodoo, and every major medical association in the United States and across the globe reject it. House Bill 794 would ban smoking in all government buildings. This bill speaks for itself and tells you just how far Virginia still needs to go to achieve a true smoke-free environment. And lastly, House Bill 644 would require meningitis vaccine for kids entering the 6th grade. Meningitis is a very serious, and if not treated, it can be a fatal disease. It's communicable, and it can be protected. The CDC has recommended this vaccine for several years, and we've seen several outbreaks in Virginia over the years with a handful of deaths. As of this report, I'm pleased to report that House Bill 644 recently passed the Health Subcommittee, and it's on its way to passage. Well, that's all I have for this week. Please join me next week where we continue our legislative updates right here from Richmond. And as a reminder, you can always contact my office at area code 804-698-1047, or you can email me directly at delhope, DELHOPE, at house.virginia.gov. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.